Yo, what up, guys? This is Felix from Giant Lifestyle, and I know you guys are probably not interested in hearing about this again because I've made multiple and multiple videos about it. But to be honest, this channel, even though I really, really appreciate your guys' support, it's for me to put my ideas out there as far as what's going on in my life, express my thoughts, and just talk about different things that are on my mind. And one thing that's on my mind as of today is, video game playing. And I wanted to relate it to something that I used to really enjoy in my life, but I had to cut it out. Even though I really, really enjoyed it for maybe 3, 4 years, I wanted to hold on to it, but I just realized that after I did the action, I fucking hated myself. And I've noticed that with video games. I didn't have it since basically May. I haven't really played that much. But before May, I have pretty much played video games my whole life. I've told my story about video games so many times, and it's just toxic, man, in every way. And I wanted to relate it to smoking weed. So, the first time I ever smoked weed and ever got high, I think it was in 2012. I think it was in no, it wasn't. Maybe 2011, maybe 2010. But when I really started smoking consistently was in 2012, the year I graduated high school. After I graduated high school, that summer, the summer of 2012, from like June 2012 to August or September 2012, I smoked every single day, probably 3, 4, 5 times a day. And I went away to college, did it before I went away to college because I went to community college for a year. Would do it after class, would smoke in the parking lot. I was like obsessed with it at one point. I had like a vaporizer, I had all these different papers and all these different smoking pieces. And long story short, you know, I did it every day in college. And the more and more, every single time I did it, I started to dislike the effects and the feeling of it. I remember the first like 2 months I was smoking, like that year after high school, I was like, yo, this is the best thing ever. After after I dropped out of college and then, smoked, three times since I've dropped out of college, which was in February 2014, every time I got high, I fucking hated myself. But I love the process of, picking up the weed, breaking down the weed, rolling the weed, lighting the weed, smoking the weed. I love the whole process. And then once I committed the act, I fucking hated who I was when I was high. And it's the same thing with video games. I love, planning the event because I talk to my homie on WhatsApp. We talk about, yo, we're gonna play, what matches we're gonna play tonight. We play, we get on, we start talking before we play. We get a match, which we'll play like these little competitive tournaments, which really mean nothing in the end. It's all fake. And I'm staying up late. I'm losing sleep. I'm not working on my goals. I'm not reading. I'm not doing my daily habits. I'm not writing down my goals. I'm ignoring phone calls from important people. I'm playing toxic. I'm wasting time. I wake up tired. I don't work good the next day. And there's fucking no positives to it, man. Every single way that I can explain this is toxic. I go to bed like 3, 4 in the morning. I wake up at 7. I'm fucking groggy. I'm tired. My eyes are burning. I don't want to do shit during the day. Like, I have a whole checklist today. I did one thing on it. I don't want to do shit. And that's what happens when I play video games. So, like, I think it has to be like weed, man. I haven't smoked weed in over 2 years, and I feel great. I drink from time to time. I haven't drank since March, and the only reason I drank was because it was my homie. My homie was getting married, so we went out for his party and stuff. But I don't drink. I rarely drink. I do not smoke. And like when it's like it goes up like this. Like when you first figure out about something, it's like you're going up the hill. That once you get to the top of the hill, it just goes down, and you're like, this is fucking awful. And every single experience after that is terrible. And since I kind of had that epiphany back in May, from the time that I was like, I need to stop playing. Well, I think it actually stopped. I think I actually had the epiphany probably sometime in February, maybe even the beginning of the year. I honestly don't know. No. Actually, I think it was before this game came out. I think I started to really think about it in July of 2016, but I didn't fully commit until May of 2017. And ever since I fully committed to, long streaks of not playing video games, I have not enjoyed it ever since, man. It's just been like the after effects of it is just, I just hate who I am. I'm not a lazy person. Like, I read that Amazon book. Jeff Bezos said, "We're here to make shit happen in our lives, not stay up till 4 in the morning and waste time." I think I have to find some other habits. That's why I made the video yesterday about, starting to meet girls on Tinder and stuff. Maybe, build some relationships with some different women, whether the relationship is to hook up or whatever it is. But I have to find some different hobbies, or maybe get back into basketball, because for those of you who don't know, I'm 6'6", so I used to be really good at basketball. But I just have to find some other hobbies that I can compete in, because even though I think career and business and stuff like that is a competitive thing, it's not something that you can compete in like video games. Like video games gets competitive, so I need to find something that's competitive to occupy my mind, because it just can't be all work. And like another thing with like today, I just slept, man. I got up early and I just went back to sleep, and I slept for like mad hours in the middle of the day. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I don't like myself when I do this shit, man. So, I'm not gonna make any sort of streak or challenge, because I think those are like meant to be broken. I'm just gonna go cold turkey on it. At the end of this week, I'm gonna play a few more days, but at the end of this week, I'm just gonna go cold turkey, and I think it just has to get cut out for good, man. I fucking love it, man. I love video games so much, but I haven't seen any positive experiences. Yeah, there's a few laughs here and there, but with other hobbies, I'll have laughs too. That's the only positive thing that comes from playing video games, is um, this sense of being good, like when you're really good at it and you're just running the other team over, and laughing when you're winning and stuff. But if you're good at, say I'm good at basketball and I'm making mad shots, I'm dunking on people, I'm gonna be laughing. I'm gonna be feeling so confident. So I gotta get that confidence in another avenue, not playing video games. So that's a real quick video. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you later. Peace.